friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here to give you a little bit of a review, recap. All the Queen's Men, child. Now, how I heard about this show is from a Sass. Hey, Tamika. Tamika told me about a show called All the Queen's Men that was coming out. And I was like, well, what is it about? Something about male strippers. Okay. So I was like, I don't know. It seems like it's a take from P-Valley, except you have like the male strippers. But of course, I will give any show a shot. And then Tyler Perry's name came up, and I was like, never mind, I'll pass. Not that I don't like Tyler, but his shows are not my favorites. Let me just say that. So then it says, oh, no. Tyler is not writing, directing. Tyler's studio is where they're going to film it. Okay? Someone else is behind it. So I was like, okay, I give it a shot. Then they dropped a trailer, and I was like, okay. This is when I became intrigued. I was like, this trailer looks good. This looks like something that I would be interested in. In fact, I will probably review it. Let me see how the first episode go, and then I'll see if I will review it. Now, this show, All the Queen's Men, is on BET Plus. $9.99 a month. But you get a 7-day free trial. So let me just tell you, friends, save your money. Because, see, I'm going to give you the review on this show. See, you can go watch it. You got 7 days. And if you like it, I love it. But I'm just going to give you my thoughts, my opinion, okay? Okay. Of course, I want you to go see it for yourself. All the Queen's Men is about a woman. Her name is Madam. I think her real name is Marilyn. She's played by Eva. Y'all know Eva, America's Next Top Model, Real Housewives of Atlanta fame. Beautiful woman. And Eva, I will say, her acting in this, it's okay. It ain't terrible compared to the others I'm going to talk about. She did okay. Now, I do have some problems with her character, but I get into that in a minute. So, Madam, played by Eva, is a co-owner of a strip club. This takes place in Atlanta, of course. Alright? And she has, I think it's 5, well-built, well-endowed, glossy, good-looking men that are dancers. And she also has some amateur dancers too. And she has a female dancer that comes in later. So she is owner of this very successful strip club. The women's love it. And boy, does she run her club and her life with an iron fist. See, Eva's character is so hard and tough and rough with my afro puffs and thuggish and ruggish. She will hurt you on sight. In fact, she will kill you on sight. See, that's the character that they have Eva play, named Madam. But see, when I'm watching her, I don't buy it. It's like they're trying too hard to make her into something so tough that didn't even need to be. So bad, in my opinion, that they're trying to make her so tough and so hard and so thuggish and she don't take no crap, that towards the end it becomes comical. See, the reason why, in my opinion, Cookie from Empire was so good is because, first of all, she could act very well. But because Cookie was relatable. Yeah, Cookie had a harder side of her, but also we could legitimately relate to a Cookie. Tasha from Power. Yeah, she was a little hard, but we could also relate somewhat to Tasha. Eva's character, Madam, I can relate to anything she was saying or doing, because it was like, why are you forcing her to do something that, first of all, wouldn't happen? Yes, I know it's a show, but it's ridiculous, some of the stuff that happened. Let me give you an example. I got several examples, but let me give you an example of just how ridiculous they made her character. There was a young girl who was getting beat up outside of the club, broad daylight. It just so happened that Madam rolls up, breaks up the fight. Now, she didn't know this young lady. Her name's Shamika. Didn't know this girl from Adam. And so she's like, are you okay? Are you all right? And so the girl's crying, snot flying, child. And so the girl says, you know, why they are beating her up. Because Madam was like, why are they doing this to you? Why are you getting beat up? And she says, because, you know, I wear old clothes. Shamika is a foster child. I wear old clothes and I'm fat. Y'all, when I tell you this character was nowhere near fat, this character wasn't fat, this character wasn't thick, this character wasn't even chunky. She was a normal sized person. So Eva takes a liking to this character Shamika that she never even known. In fact, she just pulls out a cell phone. She just had an extra one. She pulls out a cell phone and says, here, call me. If they come back messing with you, my number's in there. I'll take care of them. Huh? First of all, no one on earth would ever do that. Second of all, Shamika supposedly in high school, a 17-year-old. So here is Madam talking about she's going to take care of a bunch of children. Well, teenagers, because they done beat up this girl. And so she got a liking to this girl that she never knows. See, that's the softer side that they want us to see of the Madam. But then in the next role, Madam is just hardcore brutal. Like, you want us to like her on some level, but then on the next level, she's doing something ridiculous and stupid. She even had the guy who does her wardrobe give her a whole new wardrobe, that 17-year-old Shamika. And then that guy is talking about how fat she was and how he had to use extra material, how she's a big old hippo and all this. And I'm like, she's not, y'all, she's not even fat. It was just ridiculous things like that. Had nothing to do with anything. But we got introduced to this character named Shamika, which will play out on down the road. Now, I got to episode 3 and I said, nuh-uh. I refuse to watch any more of this. It's that bad. But then I said, if I want to do a real full-blown review, I'm going to have to watch it all 10 episodes. That is exactly what I did. Now let's talk about the supporting role. Her nephew called Amp. Now, I've never seen this guy before. He's probably been in other things. I'm not quite sure. He is fresh out of prison because of a crime he committed. He was in prison for, 6 years. He gets out. His first thing, the first thing he says to his aunt, Madam, which is Eva, who picks him up for prison. Y'all, I am not exaggerating. He says, Auntie, No. Horrible. The acting was atrocious. I'm sorry. It is what it is. That boy can't act. He can't act. Does he look good? Sure. He's supposed to. He's going to be a stripper. But he cannot act. And the only way I can describe his acting ability is a robot with special needs. Take it as you want to take it. Terrible. So, of course, you know, he has to go to a halfway house, and the people that at the halfway house, they're strange. They're weird. He has to find a job, but of course no one's going to hire him because of the crime that he committed. And so he ends up working with his aunt at the club. And I will say, the robot with special needs, honey baby, he sure can dance. Ooh-wee. In fact, he's a better dancer than the rest of these said dancers. He can dance his butt off. He did great. And then there's a girl that works there, and he has a crush on her. The girl that works there, her acting ability is okay. No one in this cast is going to win an Emmy. Let's just say that. Now, Madam has a sidekick, the head of her security, all right, some lesbian woman, okay? I actually like her. Her acting was okay. I actually liked her character. She come with it. She had a little swag with her. I liked her. She was hardcore thuggish, but she did not put off like Eva did. Like they wanted Eva to be like Satan's sidekick. It just came off as fake and phony. I did not buy Eva as this hardcore thug. I didn't buy it. And the acting and the writing didn't help. Now let's talk about the dances. And yes, I'm going to talk about Bolo. Okay, if y'all don't know Bolo, Bolo got a nightstick, honey. He got a king-ding-a-ling, child. And he's a dancer. Now, when I first heard Bolo was going to be on this show, I thought that he was like going to be an extra or something. Like he was going to be behind the scenes, like he's going to dance a couple of dances, not opening up his mouth. That's it. Boy, was I wrong. Honey, Bolo had a significant part of this show. We've seen a lot of Bolo. A lot. And the very first scene that we see on this show is, baby, Bolo is breaking some woman's back. And when I tell you they showed some things, I said, Bolo's body on point though. So Bolo is playing a character where he is sleeping with the co-owner's wife. Okay. And of course things spiral out of control. Of course the co-owner finds out. He done beat her up. Honey, it was just everything was so disjointed. And now the other dancers, very attractive. Some of them I can do without. But they did what they supposed to do. They supposed to look good, get all lathered up, and dance. That's what they supposed to do. Now some of them, the acting is atrocious. Okay? And yes, I know y'all, I know I'm a little nitpicky when it comes to writing and acting, but you're going to charge people $9.99 a month for this. I expect somebody to do a little bit of something, not look like they went to the school of Sesame Street for acting. Do y'all know somebody, a man, who looks so good, and you're like, oof, he is so fine. But the minute he opens up his mouth, it's over. It's like, close your mouth, child. Because when they open up their mouth, garbage falls out. And it's like, Shut your mouth. That's what AMP is. And some of them other dances. So we're just getting the life and the ongoings of what's going on at the club and Eva's character and her, supporting cast. But what I didn't like about the show is they try too hard to be gangster. They try too hard, and you don't have to try hard. Good writing and good acting go a long way. A long way. She also has a father. Her father, back in the day, he was a gangster. He also suffered from Alzheimer's. She has a sister. Her and her sister has a volatile relationship. They just cussing and threatening each other out. Then we have some behind the scenes people that make themselves be known because of some events that happened with Eva and her thugs. Now there was one male character right here. Honey, I have seen, he's fine. He's fine and he can act. I want to see more of him. He was great in this. But then it starts becoming just so ridiculous and the writing is ridiculous. And then we get back to Shamika. Remember the 17-year-old girl? She has a secret. She has a secret. And one thing led to another. And her secret affects other people. It's this one particular scene that was so ridiculous and outlandish and stupid that they literally did this for a shock factor. Y'all, I laughed. I said, are you serious? They actually did a scene that they used an innocent man in a way that's supposed to have been the shocker. But it was so vile and ridiculous. I was like, that's all y'all could come up with? Okay. It wasn't even believable at this point. I was like, how many more episodes to go? I will say something positive. Now let me say something positive about it. Eva looked great. She looked great throughout the episode. I see where they were going with this series. It just wasn't for me. Okay? The last 2 episodes were okay. Okay, they were okay. The last episode, they're trying to wrap up the storyline and, have a cliffhanger. And baby, when I tell you the cliffhanger, I got up after seeing said cliffhanger and I turned my TV off. I said, are you serious? What? They started on a sad note and they ended on an even sadder note. If this gets a season 2, I would be shocked. But Tyler Perry is a producer. And as we see, his shows have some longevity, okay? Longevity. Even though he's not really behind it, he is a producer. How Sisters is still on BET, I have no idea. How? We have seen the acting in that show. Look like something from a high school play. And why is it that the production always gotta look cheap? How? The thing about P-Valley that I like is because, first of all, they had some actors and actresses. Second of all, it was gritty without being stupid. They had characters that you like, that you could relate to. You want a show that you have a character, flat. And it felt forced. It is on BET Plus, $9.99 a month. You get a 7-day free trial. Y'all go check it out. If you have watched it, leave it down below. Let's talk about all the Queen's men. That's it, y'all. That is it. Y'all know what to do. Leave your comments down below. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And until next time, friends, bye.